everyone, my name is Miranda and today I'm here to discuss episode 5 of Shadowhunters, Mushu to Go, I believe. And as always, if you haven't seen the new episode and don't want to be spoiled for what happens, because this episode definitely deviated a lot from the books, I think. It's been a while since I read the books, but I think it's definitely the most different thus far. If you don't want to be spoiled for what happens, thank you so much for stopping by, but we're gonna have to part ways for now, and you can check out any of my previous 4 episode reviews. I can't believe it's been that many reviews so far. Down below, I'll leave a link in the description box, and I will see you guys next time. Bye for now, non-spoilers. First off, this episode was amazing. Like, I feel like I'm fangirling over this show so bad, but like, I think with me, City of Bones and like Mortal Instruments in general, it's not like something I'm like die-hard crazy about. Like, it's not like one of my favorite series. It's good, but like I haven't read all the books or anything like that. So for me, I'm not like as attached to the plot. So like as long as they stay like generally similar, I'm okay with them like deviating and adding stuff and just making it a little different from the book. I don't get like super offended if they deviate from the stories, and this is really what they did in this episode, because I believe, it's been a while since I read the books, but I believe this was completely new territory that they went into with this episode, and I really, really like this episode, I have to say. It was my favorite episode so far, and for many reasons, but the biggest reason, if you saw my review last week for episode 4, one thing I really was hoping to see in this show more explored than it was in the books was a like awesome bromance friendship between Clary and Alec. And we got that like times 10. Like, it was more than I ever could have asked for in this episode, and it was absolutely beautiful. I just think they could be like the bestest of friends because they're so like similar and yet like very different. So like she could tease him and he could just be grumpy pants, and that's exactly what this episode was. The only qualm I have with them is that in any other situation, I would be shipping the crap out of Alec and Clary. Like, if this was any other show and I didn't know, or even if I was like a casual viewer who knew nothing about the books, I would be like, this Alex and Clary, they're kind of cute together, because I mean they have the height difference and the like hate at first sight, but slowly starting to warm up to each other, and he was like protecting her so much in this episode, and she was teasing him and he was just being a grumpy pants, and like I live for that kind of shit, but alas, it's not gonna happen, and we don't want it to happen. It's just very weird that Matthew and Kat have this like great chemistry as Alec and Clary, but this chemistry can't really go anywhere outside of friendship, so it's just like awkward to me watching and being like, that is so cute, and then being like, wait, you can't ship them, Miranda. So it's very strange, and I do wonder if like people who haven't read the books, if they're like watching it thinking like, oh yeah, there's gonna be a love triangle between Jace, Clary, and Alec. Like, Alec and Clary are gonna end up together, and like not realizing how much pain they're getting themselves in. So I really, really like Alec and Clary's friendship. I think it was such a strong point in this episode. All the moments were amazing. He was just like a sass master. She was so teasing. Hands down, my favorite moment though when I freaked out was Luke had Clary and Jace, and Alec found her, and Jace kind of like was like, Alec, and then Alec caught Clary and was like, I got her. I was like, oh, bro. I was like, I love how he's starting to warm up to her, and then how he was like joking when they had the box and stuff like that, and he was like, yeah, I got the box, I didn't screw everything up, and she like hit his shoulder like, yeah, go you. So I really like their friendship. And then they also had a really cool moment, which I mentioned last week that I was upset it wasn't in, when Clary figured out that Alec was gay. And in the book it was kind of more subtle, like she just could tell from like body language. In this one she was like, dude, like we all saw at Magnus that he was the one you loved the most. And Alec is like, what? No, I don't love Jace. You love Jace. And Clary's like, okay. So I just really like their friendship. I think it's really, really cute. And I really liked having them go off kind of on their own adventure, and just, I don't know, I really liked it for some reason, and I think it was a really strong point. Like I said, I think Matthew and Kat have really great chemistry, so I hope the show plays off on that more, even though they can't be anything romantic, but just like send them off on their own missions more and stuff like that. I would really, really like it. The other big thing of the night though was Simon. Simon has somehow become a parkour master who can break open doors and get out of handcuffs, and no one thinks this, the stranger, including Simon himself. He just thinks he has a cold because, of course, when you have colds, you feel more superhuman and strength, not like you would pass out and keel over if you took 2 steps outside. Like, that was literally my favorite part. He's just like jumping over walls and like breaking down doors, and like Alec got like a little suspicious at the end. He was like, That's not normal. But like Clary's just like, oh my gosh, when did you get so good at this? I'm like, Clary, like how is no one like, this isn't normal, he shouldn't be able to see runes, like what? Like I was just like, how is no one questioning this? It was hysterical how she's just like, wow, you've gotten really good at this. I'm like, this is not normal. Like someone, anyone, please like say that this is not normal. It was very weird, but they're definitely going towards Simon being a vampire, so that's going to come up, I'm assuming, within the next couple episodes, I think, based on what we've seen between a showdown between Camille and Clary. And then other than that, I mean, it was just, we got more character development with everyone. We got to meet Alec and Isabel's mom, and she's a biatch, as we knew, because she was horrible to Isabel, and I felt so bad. We also got a mention of Max, which was really cool, because Max is fun, if you haven't read the book. He's a fun character that you will surely love. So I'm excited because I don't really think he might have been mentioned in the movie, but like very briefly, just like, yeah, Max is gone or something like that. Like he wasn't a big character at all, but they're gonna introduce him in the show. There's some good Clary and Jace feels in the episode. I really liked at the end how he kind of picked Clary over Alec, but I felt super bad for Alec because Jace definitely like overreacted to Alec losing Clary, because I mean Alec was right. He had done what Jace has done 1,000 times, and it wasn't his fault Clary snuck off. He went after her instead of just like telling someone in the institute, hey, she snuck off, and sending some random Shadowhunters after her. He went after her. He still helped her out to get the box, even when Simon tagged along, and you could tell that man was just like dying on the inside when they were explaining how they used to be engaged. He's just like, I don't want to hear the story, but I'm sure I'm gonna have to. And then you could tell like he was really trying, and Jace just kind of couldn't see that because he's blinded by this like protective feelings for Clary, and he couldn't like acknowledge that Alex did his best, and Alex just so happened to goof up by leaving Clary alone. I don't know why they think that leaving them alone is like a good thing. Like if I were in their situation, I would be like, okay, you stay where I can see you at all times because I'm not leaving you alone. Like Isabel left Simon alone, he got kidnapped by the vampires. Alec left Simon and Clary alone, they got arrested and kidnapped by the werewolf. Like just don't leave them alone. Take them with you, like bring them, and just at all times keep eyes on them. There was a really awesome Clary and Jace moment, like I said, at the end, where they're gonna go to Magnus now, and he's kind of now picked Clary over Alec, but there was a really sweet moment when like he was like touching her cheek or whatever. It sounds weird when you say touching the cheek, but it was very cute. It was a cute moment when he was like trying to calm her down and be like, we're gonna save Luke, and Simon was just like, get your hands off my girl. Like he had that look like, oh, I can't stand the love triangle, but because it's like, I can't stand the love triangle, because it's like every cute Jace and Clary moment we get is cut to like Simon being like, and it's just so dumb because it's like, I mean, I know this is how it was in the book, but like how can everyone be so dense that everyone but Jace sees that Alex likes Jace, and everyone but Clary can see that Simon likes Clary? Like, oh my gosh, miscommunication and foolishness. I can't, it drives me insane. But this episode was freaking amazing. I love the Alex and Clary friendship. I love the Jace. He was a really good actor, Dominic, in this one. He displayed a lot of more like anger and emotions, and very cute, and I loved it. It was so cute, and I'm just so excited for the rest of the season because I'm definitely hoping we'll get more. I don't know, because like what I really wanted to see was Alec and Clary feels. So I'm like, now that they're like friends, I hope that we're continuing to see more of this. And then, I don't know, I mean, heartbreak is coming. If you've read the books, you know what's going to happen. But for now, I'm very, very excited, and I really, really like this episode. I wish I had something more, like, analytical or intelligent to say about it, but really, I'm just sitting here fangirling because it was amazing. Like, everything about it was amazing. And, I loved it so much. I think that's about going to do it for this review. So if you have watched the new episode of Shadowhunters, leave down below in the comments what you thought of it. And also make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And subscribe to my channel down below to be told when I make all sorts of new videos. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!